The Betvictor Weber Cup is over for another year, and with me is the winning captain, Chris Barnes. Chris, 3 in a row. That must be feeling good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. After a hiatus there and too many European wins in a row, it's nice to turn the tables back, and I think we're finally back up 1 in the totals. So.
EJ Tackett was the MVP, the ultimate redemption after a struggle for him a few years ago, back in the team and firing you to victory.
Yeah, I mean, can't really take credit for much of anything other than we did pick EJ, so and he bowled fantastic, which is what he's been doing for the last 4 or 5 years. So happy to see things turn around for him. He was a little wound up, a little nervous about the event because it didn't go well last time, and it meant a lot to him, and you could see it here and when he won the MVP, how important it was to him.
The MVP was actually very tight between all 5 of you guys, which shows just how good and consistent you've all been this week.
Well, I think really today Kyle and I struggled, and so EJ really picked up for us. He'd struggled a little bit earlier, not really struggled, but he lost some really close matches on some bad breaks. And then, Bill and Simo Bill was fantastic, and like he's been the last 18 months. And Weber Cup Simo is about as good as it gets.
Well, look, Chris, you've won 3 in a row. The record is Europe's 5 that you stopped a few years ago. Is that in your sights now?
Well, I guess, to get to 5, you have to get to at least 3. So a little ways to go yet, but I like our chances. Hopefully we get to come back to the U.S. again next year. That would be fantastic. But and nonetheless, hopefully fans and everything is really way more back to normal, and bowling as a whole is back to normal.
Absolutely, we hope so too, Chris. Look, congratulations. Enjoy partying long into the Coventry night. That's all from Chris. Don Barrett will be with me in a moment, but first let's take a look at the shortlist for the moments of the day from day 3 of Betvictor Weber Cup.
There it is! What a performance from Anthony Simonson, the first in individual competition, 300 that is, in the Weber Cup for 7 years. There it is! What a performance from Anthony Simonson, the first in individual competition, 300 that is, in the Weber Cup for 7 years. No messing, Jesper Svensson is the man. Who could possibly dispute that? He needed a strike, he produced one, and he produced a fantastic match. No messing, Jesper Svensson is the man. Performance from EJ Tackett. The Iceman has melted in the face of the man from Indiana. You better believe he can. What a performance from EJ Tackett. The Iceman has melted in the face of the man from Indiana.
Took down Europe's best player, and even the 2 matches he lost in the singles, he bowled 270 both times.
And what a fitting conclusion. EJ Tackett, the last time he was on these shores, he hated it. It was one of the worst experiences of his life, he was telling me.
Took down Europe's best player, and even the 2 matches he lost in the singles, he bowled 270 both times.
And what a fitting conclusion. EJ Tackett, the last time he was on these shores, he hated it. It was one of the worst experiences of his life, he was telling me.
Yep, cast your vote now at Weber Cup on Twitter, and keep an eye out for the results later on today. Don Barrett is with me now. Dom, a brilliant last day actually from Team Europe, but just there was too much to do.
Yeah, there was. That first session, 2 sessions, really let us down. We just didn't start with the confidence that those guys had. It took us a while to get settled. We actually had to get to the point where, we were not going to say desperate or anything like that, but like the only thing we had left to do was be confident and go out and bowl. And we eventually got there. I think Jesper pulled us into that mode because he was the only one that done it. Thomas bowled great, Oscar bowled great. Stu and I struggled at the beginning, but we bowled really well at the end too. It's just too little too late.
But there are positives, you mentioned them there. Jesper's refound the form that he had a couple of years ago in the Weber Cup. Obviously Thomas's debut, what a great year for him. Oscar was playing well, actually strange because last year probably yourself and Stu were the best 2 players, and that's flipped around this year. So if you can marry those 2 years together, Chris Barnes walking right across
very
the way.
busy around here. We've stopped a couple
yeah,
of
he's a
people
bit distracted
already.
because, you know,
Yeah.
but there we go. Yeah, positive to take, Dom.
Yeah, lots of positives. No, we had great team chemistry at the end. It took us a while to get there, but yeah, we did get there. We have positives to take away from it. We have a lot of things we need to work on and get better for next year too. And I think you need to take away a bit of both, but you know, without the success, it's hard to look at too many positives. But we need that kick up the backside.
Well, indeed, Dom. Look, it's been still a great Weber Cup. It's been great to have the event on, great to see you guys and to see you bowling well as well today, even though it wasn't quite enough in the end. That's all from Spare Time at the Betvictor Weber Cup. We'll see you again next year.